everyone, welcome back to CoraCreaCrafts channel. For today's episode, we wanted to talk about something that's not so fun actually. Problems with products. That means that the supplier made a mistake and maybe sent us the wrong product or sent us something that has the wrong material, or there is a problem with the production, so maybe the color is not right on the design, or there's a default with the product. When something like this happens, what we do when it's like a simple mistake, we ask them to remake the products and to next time double check before they ship the goods to us that the goods are good quality and that they're as they're supposed to be. These are the Halloween products we received, and I'm really unhappy with the color. I can already tell from inside the packaging that the color is not right. I actually printed this is how it's supposed to look. This is my own printer, so a professional printer used to make these professionally should look much better than my own printer, but in this case the colors look much better on my own printer. So I'm going to contact my supplier and have him remake those papers with the correct colors and contrasts. I actually got another issue, same supplier who made those washi tapes, is that they were supposed to be PET tapes, so transparent tapes, and in the end I received actual washi tape. So again, it's not bad at all, like the product is good quality, there's no problem with the product, it's just not what it was supposed to be. And in this case I've been advertising that there would be transparent tape in the bundle, and hundreds, and a lot of people ordered seeing that there was going to be a PET tape in the bundle. So now I don't feel comfortable putting a washi tape instead of a PET tape when people might have bought this product because they really wanted the PET tape. So again, no problem with the product really, but I don't want to compromise and put this in the orders instead of the transparent tape. So again, I'm going to ask the supplier to remake those. In those cases, the problem is solved pretty easily. The only issue that arises from it is delays, because they have to remake the products. Depending on what it is, that can take up to 15-20 days if it's like a more complicated product, like a wooden stamp, for example. So instead of being straight, the doorknobs are misaligned. Just don't ask me why the supplier would do this and not notice that he has misaligned the doorknobs. I just don't understand. So for those damaged wooden cabinets, we offered the customer 3 options. The first option was to get the cabinet with the misaligned doorknobs and get a little discount. The second option was to cancel their order and to get a full refund because we had not shipped the product yet. And the third option was for them to wait for the correct product to arrive. Most of the times people are happy with that if you communicate things right away and you let people know. More often than not, they're very understanding. So thank you to all of you, by the way, if you're watching this, who have been in this situation and received an email from us asking you to be patient. So we ordered a whole bunch of the washi tape dispensers, and about 2/3 of the washi tape dispensers were good, so they were fine. But then 1/3, which is still a huge amount of product, had a problem. And that's a big problem for us because we were using these for our subscription. And again, people have ordered those subscriptions in advance. We're supposed to ship them by a certain date, and if we don't have the product to go in the subscriptions, then of course we are delayed. So first of all, I opened a few just to check them, and I realized a lot of them were bad. So I had to open all of them. So imagine the time wasted just to open all of these to check if they're good or bad. So that was the first thing. It was a huge waste of time. And then realizing that sometimes this was upside down, so the logo was upside down, the blade had fell off because it didn't stick properly. The wood had not been cut, sanded, and stained properly. They are all supposed to look a little different from each other, but some were really so bad that we just could not use them. And then the main issue was the rollers need to be a circle shape, pretty even, so that they can roll evenly and not like go up and down. So not only some of those were bad, but also rollers were bad. So then we had to kind of match good ones of these with good rollers, put them together, and then ship them out. We were still able to fulfill all of our treasure boxes in the end, but we had to do some DIY. It takes a huge amount of time to just, repair them and remake them. The time wasted opening every single package to check them, the time wasted to revamp them, and just the overall time wasted with this whole project, like checking if the thing rolls properly, checking every single piece, removing the dust because they were also very dusty, talking to the supplier to try and solve it, thinking about it, like it was just a huge hassle. So yeah, these were the three main problems, and then being able to fulfill the orders and being able to fulfill the orders on time, which we were able to in the end, but it was just such a huge hassle. Let's go to Home Depot and to bring some packages to UPS. So the reason why I'm going to Home Depot is because, as I showed you before, some of our washi tape dispensers are pretty damaged, and I'm gonna try to be a DIY person and salvage those pieces, because it would be just such a shame not to be able to use them. So these are the things we have to do with the products sometimes. Isn't it crazy? So I brought the washi tape dispenser with me to check the color, and now I'm in the paint and stain aisle, and I'm not exactly sure what will be best, whether to sand everything down and to stain or to just repaint. So these are my two options, and I'm just looking into it now. So this would be the ebony color, which is probably the closest color to this. But the staining will be very time consuming because I will have to sand absolutely everything down before being able to refinish the product. As you see, the color is bad all over it, which is one of the main problems. So I think I'm gonna follow the store assistant recommendation. She told me that these are really good spray paint, and this one has a matte finish which would look very similar to the current color. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm still going to sand things down a little bit and then try to spray paint it. And I'm gonna get some sanding blocks to remove some of the current paint. These are some that I actually redid, and they look better than the original, in my opinion. So we have finally received the restock of Halloween products, which were not so great last week. The new version at the top and the previous version at the bottom, so you can see the colors have much more contrast. The images has much more contrast, and overall just also the texture of the paper, it's a slightly different paper, I can tell. This just looks much better. We also received the transparent tape, so that's really exciting, and this was the one we had before, which was the washi tape. And I'm really happy we got it as a transparent tape, because actually the images, the designs are much sharper than they are on here. And that's just because of the material that is used, and because on here we added, or they added, like a little shine on the design, which sometimes makes certain details come out. So I really like using this technique for certain washi tapes, but in this case it almost makes the design like slightly blurry, whereas on here it's extra sharp. So we have those, and we can now finally start fulfilling the Halloween bundles. Stay tuned for next episode coming very soon, and if you like this video, please hit the like button and follow us for more of the same content. Also, please let us know if you'd like to see anything else in any of our future vlogs, talking about our small business and what's happening in real life. See you soon!